Rejoice, good tidings I bring you. Yeah, yeah. A message to you, my friends. Voices cry. Invoke your angels. When flesh and drop, cannot comprehend. No. Blow away your blues and feelings. Feel it set, world on your shoulders. Foot in the grave, foolish step to take. So in tears shall reap in joy. Doctrine, assure you say it. Stumbling block, backsliders get down. The righteous reveal secret of the scripture. Wicked and portion, disciples of the sin. In their hands lie your destination. The book of true life you hold it. Mystical powers that you are. Anything that has never been told. Get behind me, Satan. Drop him. Get back, Satan, in the fire. Your time done burn out. Greetings and welcome to Chant Day. We are here today and welcome to Chant Day. We are here today on a Friday. Happy Friday. Oh my goodness. It was just last Friday when I went to Morgan State University. Now it's Friday here, another one. So time doesn't wait. Time just keeps on keeping on while you are stuck like Chuck, in strife and jealousy and envy. Like time is going on. So get unstuck and come into the fullness of yourself as a servant of something greater than yourself. It's not just always about you. So when you focus on the bigger things, you be accomplishing the small things. Okay? So if you are trustworthy in little things, the Most High is going to give you bigger things. Okay? But if you are not, you're going to keep on struggling. You're going to be getting little bits and little bits and little bits. However, when you are faithful in the little things, okay, you're going to receive the bless with the big bless. So this psalm is 142, and it is a maskil of David when he was in the cave. It's a prayer. It's a communication to the Most High. It's a commune. Remember, I don't use the word prayer because it has this pray vibe in it, this pray sound. So I use the word commune with the Most High. Communicate to God, talk to God, speak to God. Tomorrow I have Carla's Communication Corner, and I will be at the Children's Literature Festival at Salisbury University. So join me. I will be live. Subscribe to this channel, like this channel, and you will get updates as to when I go live, and you'll be amazed at the things that I am doing right now. Okay. So let's get going with our Psalm 142. And this Psalm 142, it has 7 verses alone. And it is titled, Jah is I and I safety. So God, Jesus, Lord, whatever labels and names you want to, invoke in this communication with the Most High. That's your business. I don't judge anyone, and neither should anyone judge me. I don't expect anything from anyone, and neither should you expect anything from me. So here we go with Psalm 142. With I voice, and I always have to, may the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in the sight of the Most High. Selah and Selah again. We got to make sure we get started right. Righteousness. With I voice, I cry out to the Most High. With I voice, I plead for mercy to the Most High. So verse 1 is beginning with your voice. It's beginning with a cry. It's beginning with a pleading for mercy. Verse 2, I pour out I complaint before the Most High. I tell I trouble before the Most High. So verse 2 is going into the specifics, and I think I translated this psalm already, so you can go to my channel and look up Psalm 142. It's supposed to be in there. So David is crying out, he's pleading, he's pouring out, he's telling out his troubles. He's doing all this, right? And in verse 3, he gives a reason. He says, when I righteousness faints within I, the Most High knows I way. So David is like, you know, when I get ugly, you know, when I get down raw and dirty, you know, when my righteousness faints away and I'm about to kick some butt, right? So David is in verse 3 making this argument, like, and then he says, verse 3 keeps on now, in the path where I walk, they have hidden a trap for me. So David is like, look, this is what's going on. My righteousness is fainting within me, and you know my way. You know I way, Most High. And in the path where I walk, they have hidden a trap for I. So David is like, look, this is what's going on. You know, I know that these folks are hiding traps for me. And verse 4, look to the right and see, right? There is none who takes notice of I. No safety remains to I. No one cares for I life. This is reality. I cry to the Most High, and the Most High speaks. I speak to the Most High. Most High, you are I safety, I portion in the land of the living. So David is like, you know, this land of the living is a portion, and that is where my safety is. Verse 6, David is making another plea, like, attend to I cry, for I am brought very low. So David is gone down low here, okay? Remember in verse 3, he says his righteousness faints. You know, and in verse 6, he's like, I'm brought very low. And he keeps on in verse 6, look, deliver I from I persecutors, for they are too strong for I. Now, this is David, a man who's a king. He's strong in himself. He battled Goliath. So what is he talking about? That they are too strong for him. He's talking about he doesn't want to go kick nobody butt. He doesn't want to go into wrongness dealing with these folks. So David in verse 7, the ending of the psalm, David's like, bring I out of prison, that I may give thanks to the name of the Most High. The righteous will surround me eventually. You know, this is my future. For the Most High will deal bountifully with I. So this is very important, because it gives us a sense of, David has got to hang on and keep hanging on. So bringing David is like, bring me out of prison. Bring me out of prison so that I can uh uh have have the moment to give you all the thanks. Give you all the thanks. So Selah and Selah again. I give thanks for this psalm. I had to put somebody on timeout because they came into my live. Big chimichangas was timed out, talking about Fortnite. And you know, I talk about Fortnite on this channel. So this is somebody who has seen my channel and heard me talk about these things. Let me explain something to you all. Violent video games perpetuate violence. Whether you are a non-violent person or not, you are going to be an angry person. You're going to be cursing, swearing, using profanity. This is what the violent video games bring out in folks. Okay? So you can sit there all you want and talk about me behind my back, but guess what? The time is going to come when you're going to realize what I'm telling you is something that can help you, not hurt you. Fortnite, these violent video games, are a travesty in our children's lives. They're a travesty. And our children want these games. They want these PS2s and PS3 and all this stuff. You're feeding into a system that doesn't love you. You're buying things that has been set up as a trap for you. According to David in verse 3, they have hidden a trap for me. And the same, if you think they hit a trap for David, you think they're not going to hit one for you too? Like, come on now. So I'm not, this is a disclaimer. I am not targeting any game makers. I'm not targeting any businesses or companies that make these games. All I'm talking about is that these violent video games are not for children. Okay? They're not for middle schoolers. They're not for kindergartners. They're not for junior high schoolers. They're not for children. Children should be outside playing. They should be engaging with each other, social interaction. They should be reading books. That's intellectual growth. They should be sharing their feelings in a safe space. That's emotional intelligence and health. And they should be physically active. I just mentioned they need to go outside and play. So when children are not getting the full slice of the pies, physical, intellectual, emotional, and social development, their outcomes are going to be negative. But when they are supporting these areas, they have positive childhood outcomes. Okay. I know folks who play Fortnite and they're out there banging and fighting and beating people up. That's the first instinct they have. Their instinct is not to de-escalate. Their instinct is not to, move away and walk away from a fight. Their instinct is to go fight because they're playing these violent video games. So I'm not going to waste this precious chant psalm explaining to these folks, stop coming on my channel doing that. Because let me tell you, I'm not going to be the one dealing with you. When the Most High comes down on you and stuff happens to you, I don't deal with magic. I deal with righteousness. And when I am a righteous person trying to do the right thing and you come up against me trying to do the wrong thing, you better watch it. You better watch it. You better lay low. Like David is talking about, he's brought very low. You better lay low, folks, because this is not a game. So the Psalm 142 echoes exactly what these folks are doing, playing this big chimichangas who you're on a timeout. You on a timeout. let me report hide user on this channel, report child abuse. That's what they're doing. Okay. So people are making up channels and doing this, I notice, because now they're saying that the person is no longer there. People are unhappy, very unhappy folks out there. And I send happiness. That's why the word today is holy. Holy. And in this word today, holy, I look at translating this word into happy or Isla. Okay, happiness, being happy. People are miserable out there to come into my channel and be doing that. You're miserable. Be happy. So in the word today, happy, I grow in appreciation of the world as a happy place. Okay? As I think of happy places, images of beautiful, majestic locations may come to I mind. I may think of a towering mountain range or a thundering waterfall. I may call to mind human creations such as churches or other sacred structures. These places are made happy by and sacred by the reverence with where I behold these sacred places. Today, I will regard the entirety of the world with this same reverence. I pay deep attention to I's surroundings, perceiving the presence of the Most High in the beauty of nature and in the wonder of architecture and engineering. I may not change the world as I grow in appreciation of the world's happiness. However, I may change I myself. Go and change yourself. Stop being a hater and coming onto my channel with foolishness. Go and change yourself into a better person. I walk the earth with reverence, mindful of the presence of the Most High that surrounds I. So, in the book of Acts, verse 33, chapter 7, verse 33, the book of Acts, when the Most High came to Moses in the burning bush, hot blazing fire, okay? Moses heard the voice of the Most High speak to Moses in that bush. This had to be written down because this was supernatural, right? Well, in Acts chapter 7, verse 33, it's written, take off the sandals from your feet, for the place where you are standing is happy ground, sacred ground. Acts 7:33. Give thanks and give thanks again. Selah and Selah again for the word today. Take out your daily word booklets. Turn to April 26th and you'll see the word today is happy. You can say holy, but a bucket doesn't have holes in it. Everything stays in and it's compacted in there. So there's no holes. And I use that reference with my ministry class because it's important to really remember that the word became flesh and that flesh was crucified because of that word. And the devil came and tried to, which is still doing, usurp the word, usurp this Savior, and using the word to do that. So try to use positive words. Try to think of your words before you speak them. Try to think that, is this word also another meaning out there for this word? I don't want to use words with 2, 3, 4 meanings. I want to use words with one meaning, one sound, and that's it. So when we look at when we look at this word today, it's happy. Okay, happy. Now I want to look at the verse today, and the verse today comes from Hebrews chapter 7 verse 25. Therefore, the Most High is able to save completely those who come to the Most High through that word, righteousness, through the word. Remember, the word was made flesh and came and was crucified, died, buried, and was risen again, and the word kept on. Some people kept the word, some people went into these other words and these other ways that are deceitful. So because the Most High always lives to intercede for I and I. So Hebrews chapter 7 verse 25. Go and read chapter 7 in Hebrews. Therefore the Most High is able to save completely I and I who come to the Most High through the word. It says through him, through Jesus, right? But that's the word. Because the word always lives to intercede for I and I. When we know that our words are powerful, we're going to change our behaviors. Okay? Once we know that. So living in righteousness in the word is freeing. It's going to free you. So the verse today is coming from Hebrews 7 chapter 7 verse 25. Because the Most High is able to save completely when you come through such ones, and that such one is representative of the word. Remember, the word became flesh and it manifested and it walked on the earth and it was crucified because it spoke the words of the Most High. And people don't want to hear the words of the Most High. They want to talk crap. They want to go in and talk foolish. So check it out now. Check out what I'm talking about here. So we did the word of the day, Isla, happy. The verse of the day, talking about the Most High can save completely and through the word. And then our psalm today, the Most High is our safety. So saving, safety is the Most High, is the theme for this chant a psalm today. Safety and saving. And that is our future. That is what we're building towards every single day. We're building towards that every day to try our best, to be our best, to be the best we can be for our families, for our co-workers, our colleagues, our significant others, for everyone. We are just not here just for ourselves to pay bills. Okay? So don't think that way. So give thanks again as we outro. I love the chant of Psalm 142. Go read it. Get off a fortnight and go read the book of the Bible. Then we have the word today, happy. And then we have the verse today from Hebrews chapter 7, verse 25. So I love it. I love this chant a psalm. Thank you so much for joining. We're at 23 minutes. Goodness, we get a good time. I can take the dog out. Have a blessed day, everyone. Selah and Selah again. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in the sight of the Most High, from such time ago to now, from now till such time ago. Selah and Selah again. We lift up our heads and open our eyes and lift up our hands when we are communicating with the Most High, because the Most High is up. Seek for what's above, not below.